Hello everyone, welcome back. My name is Naresh and today we are going to create this. This effect is known as Parallax effect and it has been creating using 3D camera in After Effects. This technique is very important to learn to create fake 3D scenes in any kind of documentary style of editing or other story kind of videos. So without wasting time, let's get started. Alright, so we have this image that we will use. Do you know that you can search for any reference image using Google Lens? You can see that this image itself is a single layer. If you want to make it look 3D or if you are going to put something in the background like text, logo or any other object, we have to make this image multi-layers by separating the characters from the background. And how exactly are we going to do that? Photoshop. Let's open it, create a new file, name it and add our image. It is small. Let us scale it. Still, it does not have the dimension we require. So to fill these gaps, we can use generative AI. So select this area using the lasso tool along with the some part of the image as well. And click on the generative fill. Leave the prompt part blank. After some trials, I got this image and it will work for me. Save it as a PNG file and again open it in Photoshop. Select the pen tool and draw a mask around the character you want to separate. Zoom the image to be precise and use the space bar to move the image using a hand tool. A precise mask will have a clean look in the final video. You can use Ctrl plus Z if an unwanted area gets selected. After the completion of the mask, right click and select, make a selection and click it. Choose radius 0.5 and click OK. Then press Command or Ctrl plus J on the keyboard and it will generate a separate copy of the layer we selected using the pen tool. Now to save our time and not to draw a mask again, we will use this trick. Create a new untitled file and drag and drop the newly created layer to that untitled file. Keep holding the Shift key while dropping. Come back again and undo the previous step of copying the layer. So now we are again in the selection. Go to the select menu and inverse the selection. Again press the command or Ctrl plus J. This time we have copied the background without the character. Again drag and drop it to the new untitled file while holding the shift. Alright, so we have now two layers, this one and this background. Okay, now we will fill this empty background using the clone tool or you can use generative AI. I will use the clone tool. We will clone it near the edges as the rest of the part will be hidden behind the main character. To clone and fill the gaps, first you have to press the Option or Alt key and hold. Select the area you want to clone, then select the area where you want to apply the fill. Release the key and start applying by pressing the right click. Repeat these steps as we have to follow the pattern or else it will look weird. Like this fill here should follow that black suit in the background. Alright, so this is how I have filled these edges here in the background layer. So if I switch on the character, it will look like this. Okay, now separate this second character just like we separated our main character. As we have separated it as layers, remove it from the background using the cloning tool. Just like this. Okay, so we have now three layers. Background, main and second. You can rename it. Okay, now save this file as a PSD file and import it into the After Effects to animate. Let's open After Effects and create a new composition. Let's call it Master. or whatever you want to call it. 1920 by 1080, 24 frames per second, and 10 seconds would be more than enough. Let's import our PSD file. Click and open this composition, copy these 3 layers and paste it into our master. Rename it if you want and convert it all to 3D. If this option is not visible, click here on the toggle switches mode. Right click and add a new camera 35mm and click OK. Right click and add a new null object, convert it to 3D and parent it to the camera. Alright, so this current frame is our final position after animation. So move your playhead to 3 seconds or so, select null and press P on the keyboard, hold shift and again press R on the keyboard for rotation parameter. Add all the keyframes here at 3 seconds. Chain to 2 views and drag the background layer further from the camera using the Z axis. Press S on the keyboard while selecting the background layer and scale it. Adjust the rest of the layers as per the scene and adjust so the empty edges of the background layer would not be visible. Perfect. Move your playhead to very beginning and zoom in using the Z-axis position of a null object. Select both the position keyframes and press F9 for easy ease and edit the speed graph from here. Select both the frames, move this handle and do changes like shown here. So it will lead to initial fast and then slow animation. So this is how it will play. You can keep it as it is or you can add the black and white effect on all the layers. Search black and white effect and add it to the layers. Alright, now to highlight our main character and to pop it out, we will use the point light. Right click and add a new light. Change it to point light if already not. Set it as per the mine. Intensity more than 100. Change fall off to inverse square and adjust the radius. Change the order here. Using the 2 views, we can also change its position and you can see how it is reacting to the background. So this is what we are looking for. Adjust your light however you want. You can also play with the intensity and radius. Now let's import the logo and animate it. This is the logo. Drop it over the composition icon to create a composition of it. Open it and add a new white solid to it. Drag and place it just before the background layer. Now change the blending mode of the logo to exclusion. If this option is not visible, click here at the toggle switches mode. Go back to master, isolate the logo layer, select the ellipse tool, keep holding shift and draw a round mask over it. Okay, now adjust the position of the logo and also its size. This is the final position after the animation here. Press U to reveal keyframes and from around 2 seconds or so, we can start logo animation. Press P for the position and add a keyframe to it. Get back to initial 12 frames or so and change the logo position below. Select both the keyframes, press F9 for easy ease and edit the speed graph just like this. You can also add a wiggle effect by clicking the position stopwatch while holding the Alt or the Option key. This will open the expression window and write this wiggle expression with values of 2 and 10 separated by comma. Now we will add a glow effect to the logo. Change to the alpha channel and adjust the radius and intensity. So this is how it will look. Alright, now if you want, you can add light or particles overlay behind the main characters. You can also switch on the motion blur from here. Add the Gaussian blur effect to reduce the sharpness of the edges for this other character. Now let us add a glass-like texture over it. Scale it. Change the blending mode to soft light and you can bring down the opacity. Finally, right click and add a new adjustment layer. Add the Gaussian blur effect and increase the blur amount. Select the ellipse tool and double click to add the mask. Invert it and bump up the feather amount. Add another adjustment layer and add a vignette effect and change the value. Adjust as per your scene, and this is how it will look. If you want to learn the complete editing breakdown of saqlainkhan's video, check out this tutorial of mine. Alright then, see you in the next one. Bye bye.